Thanks for staying up later. Roseanne Arnold is with us. What do they do when you win a Peabody Award? Do they have like a banquet and they present it to you? They send it to you in the mail? Is there a special ceremony?
I'm not sure. I think something happens in May in New York. So I'll be going out to find out. I have no idea.
Kind of ironic if you and the Seinfeld folks are at the same table. Come up, wave, smile.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everything will be okay by then.
Who would have thought it? 2 sitcoms win Peabodys. That doesn't happen too often.
Yeah.
And it's these two, right on the heels of this nasty spat.
Wasn't a nasty spat. I'm very, very honored to have won a Peabody.
I mean, it is quite an honor. What's your reaction to it, beyond being
Well, I was glad
honored?
for the reason that we won, which was that we, show that it has a lot of social relevance. And that made me happy because, I fought and worked a long time to get that, as everyone in the whole world knows. It's nice to get that recognition. At
the beginning of the show's history, it was mega successful in the ratings, but you weren't happy with the quality of the show, right?
Well, that's a whole story that'll take about 3 shows, so let's skip it.
Well, but the point is you're happy with where it is now.
I'm
It had to get to where it is now to win a Peabody and for you to feel that satisfaction.
Yeah.
So skipping over all the particulars, what was it, beyond just being a hit television show, which it was, that you wanted to get it to?
I wanted it to be socially relevant.
In what ways do you think it's socially relevant now? Just the subject matter? Or?
The subject matter, the characters especially. Character more than anything. The interaction and the growth of the characters, and the definition of the class that they're in. That's what I really like.
Despite all of your success, do you still feel your closest identification with that working class type of character, with the people who, by and large, are the audience for your show?
Well, it's my political and every other kind of view is still rooted in that, yeah.
If I asked you to pick out 3 or 4 episodes that best embody not just the entertainment element of the show, but what you were trying to get to, what would you select?
Well, I would, it's funny because there have been so many. There have been over 100, but probably the 3 that I'd pick now, maybe I wouldn't pick after I saw some more. But the ones that stick out in my mind are the menstruation show, where Darlene started her period, and we had to talk about menstruation, which I liked a lot because it had never been on television before.
I was just trying to explain to the child that I know how terrifying nightmares can be.
Can everybody shut up about nightmares? I didn't have a nightmare.
Well, then why did you have trouble going to sleep?
Were you worried about your basketball game?
No, I wasn't worried about my basketball game.
Did you screw up in history again, Darlene?
No, I didn't screw up in history again.
Then what is the matter?
I got my period, okay?
I like the show where Jackie and I go home to our house and talk about abuse. And I like the one where my character lets go of all of her resentments and anger and bitterness towards her father when he dies. I like those. I also like the PMS show. I like them for different reasons. Some of them were just gut-busting funny, and some of them were heart-wrenching. And so I'd probably have to pick about 10, maybe 10 different shows to say that this is what this show is and has done, and it's covered a lot of bases, and I'm really proud of that.
I'm not going to go over all the background stuff because your book has been out for a while.
Yeah, I'm writing another book. It'll be out next year.
And like the first one, you'll write it yourself without a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
So I assume people have read that book, or they've seen you with Oprah, or they saw you with Barbara Walters. So I'm not going to go through all that, but there is one story that I'd like to have you tell, if you don't mind, which is about bombing, at least in the audience's mind, in Louisville.
Oh, God.
And what you did in response to that, which is an indication of your personality and your character.
Well, they started to boo me, and they booed me off the stage, and it was in a pizza place at about 2 in the morning where everyone was drunk, and they were students, and, they were whatever they were doing, and I was, like, in the black house dress with the, I was, doing my domestic goddess thing, and they didn't get it and didn't want to hear it. It's like, oh, God, we don't want to hear it, blah, 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 so they booed me off. So I tried to deny them the privilege of booing me off, but it was too much. So I went to the back of the room and waited till the show was over. And as they filed out one by one, I looked them in the eye and I said, thanks a lot, and called each one of them a name. And it was very, it made me feel better.
Did any of them say anything in
No,
response?
they all looked down. They never expected it. But I have an even better story about me. Oh, my assistant's indicating my bra strap is showing.
And you know,
Thank you.
I had actually noticed that, but was so in the thrall of
Yeah.
the conversation that I was letting it slide.
Oh, that's okay. I think a better indication of me, or maybe the same indication of me, is something I'm writing about from my book about in the first season when I was told to say the line as written and I refused. I refused till the network came, all the lawyers came, and everyone threatened my job, and I still refused. And I said, go ahead, I'm in bed, I don't care. Change the line or let me go to sleep. And I did that for quite a few days. And the fact is, this is the fact of it. I came here to do something, and I came here to do a certain something. And if I'm not allowed to do it, and if I'm not able to do it, then I shouldn't be doing it, and I can be poor again. So I don't really care.
Could you be poor again? You think you could handle it?
Absolutely. Yeah, even better than I did before. Yeah.
Is there
So I don't care, you know what I mean?
think there's a part of you that's uncomfortable with being successful?
No, well, probably, yeah, but I think I'm, trying to deal with that. But, yeah, I just want to, a big part of me just wants to go home and be a dirt farmer, ride my horse. I don't care. I mean, I care about my work and the quality of my work, but if there's a time where I'm not allowed to do my work or to say what I want to say, I'm not going to do anything different.
But you're in a position now where that shouldn't be a concern. I mean, such as your
It still is a concern.
leverage
Yeah.
that you can say what you want. And
Nobody in this business did I say in this business? I hate people say nobody in this business. I'm so sorry.
And by the business, you mean the industry.
I mean the industry
Yeah.
that I like to call show business. Nobody in television or in the same field that I'm in has any leverage or any power. That's all a big myth. None of us do. The only people in this thing that have any leverage is those people that turn on the knobs and register what they watch and then go out and buy the stuff that they're selling.
Well, as long as they tune to ABC for Roseanne, they're transferring that power to you.
I don't really think so. I think they're sharing a half hour of their lives with me, and that's how I need to look at it. It's how I prefer to look at it. They are giving me 1/2 hour of their life, and I mean that's a whole way different kind of power than, okay, now I can get this hung like Mr. Cooper on or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's real. If there is anything, it's like real power. And I don't mean power over people, and I don't mean power to exploit people. I mean just power of connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most intense thing there is, and that is truly what I care about.
You come over here, your back is all bruised up. You won't tell me nothing about it. How do I know if you didn't get raped or mugged or something? Does Fisher know about this?
Why can't you just drop it?
That son of a bitch.
You don't understand.
He beat the crap.
No, he didn't. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. What are you saying? He hit you. It's not like he forgot your birthday.
We had an argument this afternoon, and he pushed me a couple times. Not Fisher's fault.
Then whose fault is it? I can't believe that you're saying
You
that.
don't even listen to me. He said he was sorry, and it would never happen again.
Damn, Jackie, you were a cop. You heard this same crap a million times. Now you're throwing it out on me. How could you let this happen to you? Shut up!
Does the celebrity get in the way of the work? Maybe not of doing it, but of people's view of it? Is it a filter?
Well, to some people it is. Sometimes I feel the celebrity gets in the way of the work, yeah. Like, I just went to New York with my friend Sandra Bernhardt, and we met some great artists and saw a great fashion show by Isaac Mizrahi, who's a great artist, and met other great artists. And And Sandra said, you know, out in L.A., she goes, you know, you're a celebrity, and that's as big as it can get, because that's what everybody aspires to, is being a celebrity. But it was as if in New York and from people in other places like Paris and blah, 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 the work and the craft of the work, I mean, that was probably the first time I ever felt like that was what people noticed rather than the celebrity of doing it. I felt acknowledged as an artist, and I guess that's what makes me feel really good about within my peer group too.
My impression as you lay this stuff out is that it's a sincere concern for you. It may be possible that other concerns or other impulses get on top of that at various times. But if that is your primary concern,
what?
At the work and making sure that people appreciate the work.
Well, it always has been, and
Right.
I think behind every other fantastically fabulous blow-up of every story about me, even in the first year of my show, it was never that I was holding out for more money or for bigger windows in my dressing room. I was always holding out and fighting for the quality of my show, and that's because, you know, I'm not going to give up my soul or die for this stuff. I have something to say, and I will say it for as long as I can say it, and when I'm not saying it anymore, then I won't say it.
Keep me alive, but I got something for all you men to make you cry and holler. Oh, 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 and holler. Oh, 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 I'm a W-O-M-A-N, a woman.
You never know if these quotes are 100% accurate,
Yeah,
but I read a quote where
they're
you said...
usually not.
I read a quote where you said, if I could, I'd be on TV 24 hours a day.
I think that was a joke. Yeah, that was a joke when people were saying, boy, you're all over the place. Oh, I said, yeah, if I could, I'd be all the time. But no, I wouldn't really, but
But
it
if
was
what
a
you
joke.
said, but if what you said before is true, if you're most comfortable, even if the gap
Yeah.
is closing, if you're most comfortable in this world you've created, then
Oh,
it only makes
definitely.
sense we go.
Well, for my own feeling of safety, I would always rather be working than be at risk in the real world, but that's because of my past, and work is something I can control, and it's something that comes very easily to me also, you know. Emotions and handling them, that doesn't come so easily.
Do you worry that your own view of things might be skewed by whatever pain you've gone through?
It absolutely
The pain
is
can give
skewed.
you insight and
No, it's
perspective, but can
absolutely
also
skewed.
skew it.
It's absolutely skewed. Of course it is. It's all people like me, we're damaged. We're absolutely damaged, and we try to hold ourselves together day by day. But there are really, the big myth is that there is anyone on the face of this earth who is not skewed or damaged. The truth is we all are.
Sure.
And there isn't one human being who isn't.
Do you say to yourself sometimes, if I have a situation where I react with anger or resentment toward some situation, does that person really deserve it? Or is that some part of me coming out?
Well, I think that we all do that. We all project all of the stuff we hate about ourselves onto everybody else. And I am as guilty for doing that as everybody else on earth. And I really try to be aware of it and not do that, because I find that it interrupts my creativity and it makes my karma not flow well.
When are you at your best? When do you hit those moments where you say, that's a representation of who I would like to be, who I am at my best?
I feel at my best work, I felt it in different spheres of my life, but when my kids are home and they're healthy and we're having a good time, I feel really, really happy. When I feel that I've been a good mother, when I feel that I've been a good life partner for my husband, and I feel good when I'm riding my horse. Love to ride my horse, and I feel good when my work reaches people and they appreciate it. I feel really proud of the Roseanne show. I feel proud of my acting and my writing and everything I have to do with that show. But I think for all the work that I've ever done, if we're talking work-wise, and I'm proud of my stand-up too, especially my last stand-up, which, you know, is universally panned because my stuff is always universally panned. But, you know, I came out and said the things that comics have been trying not to say for 10 years. I talked about abortion. I talked about Bush. I talked about the death penalty. I talked about abuse. You know, I talked about all those things within the context of a stand-up routine in an hour.
Damn Barbie doll. And it's always like, you know, beach blanket Barbie, sunset Barbie, sun can Barbie, Porsche Barbie, Malibu Barbie, really, really, really white Barbie. Well, that does not prepare you for the true horror of a real woman's life. Now, if they would have had single abuse trailer park Barbie, see, I might have avoided a lot of shit. You know, like Butch Barbie, alcoholic Barbie, homeless Barbie in her dream refrigerator box.
Which, you know, nobody's done before me since Richard Pryor for a long time, and I'm very, very proud of that. I did that. And I'm really proud of my work on the Jackie Thomas Show, which to me is the zenith of all the work I've done. I feel that that is definitely my best work because it's the... That's like a helicopter, huh?
We can only hope it's one of ours.
Really? That's like something Milton Berle would say in the 30s.
But it worked.
Was a snappy
it worked for him.
ad-lib, though. Even though it's like 60 years later,
right.
I still respect you for it.
But you know what?
But anyway.
Most of the audience who would remember that isn't here anymore. So I calculated in that millisecond before uttering the line, it will work. For most of the audience, it will work.
It's like something from the USO in the 30s.
That's right.
But anyway.
Except the difference is Milton would have hired the helicopter to go overhead so we could get off the line.
That's true.
So, again, I say this, I'm uncomfortable in this kind of sofa psychology stuff, and yet the questions suggest themselves. You said earlier, everything you do is universally panned.
Well, by critics, I mean.
But that's not true, because a lot of your stuff is really praised. Even people who might have misgivings about you.
In fact, that's why I won the Peabody Award, and I was using a gross overgeneralization.
Right. You win the Peabody Award.
I'm talking about, yes, I did win a Peabody, and I'm so happy about that, but let's talk about another side of it. My show has never even been nominated for an Emmy. So yeah, that makes me more mad than winning a Peabody makes me mad. That makes me happy. But all these things are simultaneous, and it's interesting, and I like to monitor all the press about it, and I like to monitor everything how my show is perceived. I love to monitor that because to me that suggests a whole big clue into the mass unconscious that I tried to tap to make my show. So I have to be in touch with that and the media, which to me, the media is like the status quo mass unconscious. So I have to know what they think so that I can go in there and mess it up a little bit. So yeah, I do watch everything. I am the total tube head, the total couch potato tube head that's ever been on Earth.
You know, almost everyone. It's human nature, at least for most, that somebody says something nice about you 9 times and they criticize you a 10th, and it sticks with you. Everybody is like that. In my own little corner of the world, I've had that emotion as well. But really, I have seen a lot of praise for your work, not just for the show, but even before you had a show. I can remember reading in some fairly scholarly articles about how you were at the forefront of something in your stand-up work.
And I want to say,
I think what I'm saying is I think that there's a real appreciation for you out there. It may not be universal, and there may be misgivings. Somebody may say, this is great, I have misgivings about that, but that's the way the world is.
Well, and I'm not bothered by the fact that there are people with misgivings, and I'm very grateful that anybody gets my work in this age and time. But when they do, I want to say that that totally refreshes and recharges me and makes me feel really, really good that people are hearing. I mean, I'm an artist, so I definitely want people to hear what I have to say, and when they do, it's just great because it's this great cosmic connection. And when they don't, that's great too, because it's a way to look into it and see how to bring it back. So, I mean, I'm not going, hey, you know, I'm not doing it like nobody likes me kind of paranoid thing. I just see it all as it's just on a continuum of, you know, 1 to 10. And I can learn from all of it. But, you know, sometimes I'm human and mad about nasty little things. I mean, you know, and plus I really feed off of nasty little things. I can come back with some great jokes from it. So it all kinds of feeds into what I do, you know.
So are there times when something happens and you say, you know, I'm a little upset, but some mechanism kicks in and says, I better get up a good head of steam about this because it feeds a part of you?
Definitely all the time. You know, I could be a little upset about this, but let's see how big I can blow it. How big I can blow it up. Yeah, I do that.
Let's make a little feud out of it or
fun.
whatever. Yeah.
It's very, very fun in some ways. It's fun. And it's part of what I do.
We'll keep talking. They'll keep taping. We hope you'll be back here 23 and a half hours from now. Roseanne Arnold will. And until then, see you later. When you and Tom go to Iowa, you go to the new restaurant that you've opened up, is the reaction from people there, and I don't mean this as a stereotype or some kind of patronizing thing, but in the heartland, is that reaction different than what you get elsewhere, or is there pretty much a consistent reaction to you?
Well, there people feel, I think, you know, an affinity with us because we've come to their place, their hometown, and my husband is from there, so everybody's real friendly, and they're very supportive. It's like everywhere I go, I do feel from my fans some kind of a lot of support and a lot of love, and that one, you know, I suppose it's the same. It's just in various languages.
Is it possible at all for you to separate the reaction to Roseanne, the tremendous celebrity, Roseanne Arnold, and Roseanne, the television character, or are they just at this
you mean
point
Roseanne Connor and Roseanne Arnold?
Yeah, are they just at this point so intertwined that there's no separating them?
No, they're separate but equal. And there's a little joke there for people in the South, but they intertwine a lot. But people tell me who they like when they come up and talk to me. People will say, I love your show, and so then I'm like, okay, well, they love you know, they like Roseanne Connor and the family. And a lot of people come up and say, you know, I really love your work. And that's a different kind of fan, so you can tell. They come up and tell you what it is that they like. So they're going to get different reactions, you know.
Yeah. I read, and this may go back a little while, where you said, I think I'll do the show. When its run is complete, I'll retire. Still feel that way?
Sure, definitely. I'll retire from that specific thing, but I'll always be doing something.
Oh, so you won't retire from the
I probably will
business.
for a while. I like to do a lot of different things. I like to write books, and I like to, you know, write. And I would like to direct and write and direct and produce my own movie, one at least, before I die. So, but I'm sure I'm going to take a long time off before I do whatever is the next thing that I'm going to do.
Is all of this stuff emotionally exhausting to the point where you need a hiatus away from it?
No, it's not emotionally exhausting for me. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's very regenerative. It's like my battery gets recharged all the time when I work. Somebody asked me once if I had fear before I went on stage, and I said, no, that's the only place I never have fear. I have fear in the real world. And that's what drains me, is the real world. I like the world that I've invented and control, and I like that.
Is it getting better for you in the real world? Are you more at ease in the real world?
I'm getting better in the real world, yeah.
I'm not at my best when asking these sorts of questions because I feel as if they're touchy areas.
I'll let you know.
Even for somebody like you who
Yeah.
has, in part, chosen this kind of public life because, well, the tabloids may say things that are untrue or that are hurtful. It's obvious that both you and Tom enjoy being public figures and enjoy talking, at least on your own terms, about things that are private.
Well, I don't know if we enjoy it. I feel that we feel compelled to do it. But it does take a bite out of us. It has a price, definitely, but I feel that that price is worth it.
Why is it worth it?
Because it helps a lot of people. And to be in a position where you are able to help a lot of people is a very great blessing from God. It is.
So in talking about
And I respect that. I respect that as a gift from God.
So in talking about your own problems, whether it was in being abused as a youngster or having spent time in a mental institution or whatever, in talking about...
Well, a lot of that I didn't choose to come forward. I would probably never have chosen to be as public as I have ended up being, but what happened was my parents invited, at the very beginning of my career, my parents invited reporters into their home from all over the world, from London, and they were all tabloid reporters, and they let them stay in our house. They took them out for dinner. They gave them all my baby pictures. They told them every story of my life, including when going into the mental institution. I didn't know that my parents had done that until I saw it in the paper, and I got the first call from the Inquirer saying, "Is this true?" By then, my life had taken a turn beyond my control, that it was so public that there was really no way to ever reverse that. So I just decided, well, you know, it's fate, just go with it. And I have picked and chosen things to come public with. There's a lot more that I haven't come public with.
Is it something that you have control over? Like there's a timetable where you say, you know, all in good time, this will come out, that'll come out, or is it forced out by emotions?
I really just turn it over to God and go, or to my higher power, and say, you know, whatever is meant to be will be. And within reason, I mean, I do the work, I do this and that, and I can say no, I have some control. But if things are bigger than me, then I assume that it's for some really good reason, and that people are wanting to hear it or needing to hear it. And particularly about incest and child abuse, it has helped a lot of people. And not just myself, but Oprah and a lot of other celebrities coming forward has helped innumerable people, and a lot of them children who are suffering, and I'm very proud to have done that.
You ever have people come to you and say, A, I respect and enjoy your work, B, when you talk about a subject like incest or child abuse, that you perform a service if you feel up to doing it, we respect that. But then there are aspects of your public persona that seem gratuitous, that seem like you're calling attention to yourself or to the personal circumstances of your marriage. And some of the stuff, whether it's talking about breast reduction or talking about the state of your marriage or whatever, just seems, it makes them uncomfortable. It seems like it's too brassy for them, if that's the right word.
Well, I'm too brassy for a lot of people, but I don't care. I'm not going to change and become, you know, the Princess of Wales for them. I am who I am, and, you know, if it's too much for them, they better go to therapy and find out why. My doing anything is too much for them.
Why do you think people are so perpetually interested in you?
Because I suppose because there's so much, I don't know, because I'm so damn good looking, I guess. I don't know. They're bored. I don't have any other things to do. I don't know. It ebbs and flows, I know that. Sometimes they are and sometimes they ain't. I think when they say, hey, you're too brassy or this or that, what you said, they didn't particularly want to share that moment. But, you know, I can't, I don't do anything to shock people. I don't really, I mean, anymore. I really try not to do that and not to do anything irresponsibly. But I'm just being myself, and sometimes, you know, it's not what other people would choose to do, but, you know, this is me.
So there are some things you look back on and say, I wouldn't do that again.
Not really.
But you just said there are some things that you wouldn't do just to shock somebody.
Yeah, well, I think that I've grown past that. But no, I can't go back and change anything. I mean, I've done what I've done.
So you've grown past it but don't regret it.
No, and it might come up again. Might need me to do it sometime. People get a little bit too smug in their hypocrisy. They might need me to come out and say something. And I always will, because that is me too. And what I do in the media is me. That's also part of my job, is to, everything I do is what I do. And when I don't do it no more, I won't be doing it no more. But while I'm here, I'm going to do it.
Considering the way you grew up and some of the hard knocks you took and what that might have done to your self-esteem and your focus on things, was it a courageous step or simply the only step you could have taken because somehow you were compelled that way to get up on stage and do stand-up? Because this is, as you say, as naked a form as there is in entertainment. It involves rejection and acceptance on a moment-to-moment basis. It would be daunting for whoever the Society for Mental Health designated as the best adjusted person on the planet. It would still be frightening.
Well, the best adjusted person on the planet would never, ever do it. And that's why it's such magic. Because it's just like you take a little piece of wood, a little piece of stage, and just fly off right into some transcendent place that's above and beyond anything. But yeah, I think it's the only thing that I could. It always was the only thing I ever could do, was be cutting and funny and a little shocking. And so it was really cool at a time in my life where I embraced it and said, okay, I'm going to do it. Because I always tried to fight it. I always thought that I should write poetry instead. I thought I was meant to be a poet. And all my poetry would be sad and then end up being really mean and funny. And the day that I decided that that was really a voice that I needed to bring out and listen to was a happy day for me, to decide to do the thing that you can do. Yeah, you know.
Besides doing it well and getting the laughs and saying...
Oh, and I love the booze too, honey. I love the laughs and the booze.
Just
I love it when they hate me. And sometimes I hate it when they love me.
Really?
Yeah.
If they love you for the wrong reason?
Yeah, because I want them to, don't forget to listen now. Don't forget to listen when you think I'm so damn cute up there. Listen to what I'm saying. Trying to mess your head up a little bit.
But those people, they're just so over the top. They just so get on your nerves, you know. The animal rights people, you know what I mean? You just want to skin them and wear that. Yeah, I really doubt that throwing a bucket of blood on some old Jewish broad in a raggedy-ass mink is going to do a thing.
You enjoy, for its own sake, discomforting people sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah, because it needs to be done. My God. My God, why is anyone comfortable? Why is anyone comfortable?
Sometimes it needs to be done for a larger reason, to make a statement, to get people to think.
Yeah.
But is it also, do you enjoy sometimes doing it, whether it's unconscious or not?
Oh,
for
yeah,
personal
I
reasons,
feel that...
because you've been made to feel so uncomfortable
No,
at various
it's not
times in
because
your
of
life,
that.
you send it back?
No, it is not because of that, and it's nothing out of being vengeful and a negative thing. It's a positive energy that I feel comes from the universe when I open my mouth and my head's in the right place, and I feel that God is coming out and speaking through me. I mean, that sounds like insane, but if I was saying this poetically, you wouldn't think it was insane. But anyway, I feel that that there is a real pro-human message that needs to come out through people's mouths. And when I open my mouth and some really pro-human message comes out to remind people that you need to forget all the stuff and all the people that you think aren't as good as you or are better than you, or people that you feel you are obliged and justified to hate, that's all BS and it's wrong. When I have that message out, I feel like just like I'm at the holiest mountain there is. When I can say, wait a minute, you have no right to hate anybody. no matter what they say, no matter how justified you feel in your religion or whatever it is that makes you have that black hole in your head that goes, I'm justified to hate this group, because you aren't, and nobody is. And whether it's sex, race, or anything else, religion, nationalism, anything. I feel blessed to be able to do it, and I feel so free when I can do it, when I go, God, you are so full of it. Why don't you see? You've got a huge black hole in your head where all your intelligence is being sucked into when you use a word like that. Because people are scary when they're comfortable.
What's the most hurtful thing anybody can do to you? Not has done. I'm not looking for particulars of your background because, again, that's been gone over before. But what hurts you now?
Oh, I hurt for all kinds of reasons. I hurt for other people. I hurt for children. But personally, I don't think there is anything anybody can do that will hurt or surprise me that hasn't been done, and honey, that I have not already lived through. So, I don't think there is nothing.
So you get riled, but not really hurt?
No, because I've already lived through it, you know, and it would all be just, I have lived through the worst things that you can live through, and I survived them. And anybody out there who's starting to go into any kind of this recovery type work, remember that you've already lived through the worst of it. You have already survived. So don't be afraid to get in there and figure it out and heal. It takes a lot of courage to heal, and boy, did I go off.
Well, that's all right. So it's like you said before then, if you get upset about something or something gets under
nobody can hurt me because of the fact that I know that people who set out to hurt other people are doing it because they are so hurt inside of themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody to say something that they mean in a hurtful way, that's the same way they talk to themselves inside their own head. So I have more pity and empathy because I was in that place where you need to knock people down to make yourself feel better. And I'm glad that I have left that place. I thank God that I've been able to leave that place. I still go back there. But I feel sorry I hurt for those people because we're all so screwed up. We're just all so screwed up.
You want to read this, or you want me to read it?
What is it?
The poem about I Want to Be Like Lenny Bruce.
Oh, God.
Is it a bad poem?
That was another lifetime ago. You can read it. You
think it's a bad poem? Or?
No, I have better ones, but go ahead.
All right. I want to be like Lenny Bruce. And
I wrote this when I lived in a trailer and I had 3 kids.
How long ago would that be?
That was in 1976.
Want to be like Lenny Bruce, an iconoclast straight and true, but I don't know what's hypocritical, even though I am a Jew. I want to be like Gertrude Stein, a cubist I have read, but I don't understand an inch of what the hell she said. I want to write poetry or a novel that would sell, but I can't think of what to say or how to say it well. I want to be like Germaine Greer and speak for my sex, but male and female to me are equal nervous wrecks. The hardest part of being an artist, I have found, is trying to strike a balance between the pure desire to create and having only meager talents. Yeah. Have you reassessed your view of your own talents?
I've reassessed what talent means, yeah. I have a talent that I didn't think was a talent.
First the helicopters and now this.
I have a talent to make electrical things go wild. No, but I see talent as my own and everybody else's as just a broader definition of talent than I had when I used to think it was something like singing or dancing, and do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have a broader vision of all of the whole world, actually, since I wrote that.
You view it now more as a talent to reach people rather than some objective show business definition of talent?
Yeah, a talent and a gift, and something I love and I'm so lucky to have. And I hope I don't never abuse it in the wrong way. But, yeah, I guess I would call it that.
I hope this isn't too sappy, but what if you continue, and I'm only taking your cue on this. You said earlier that you're getting closer to feeling emotionally secure and stable and better
Yeah.
about yourself. Suppose you got to a place, and no one ever completely turns down the noise in their head, but suppose
Yeah.
you got to a place where it was just a low hum, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you worry that the edge would come off? That it would hurt your output creatively?
No, because I think you can, then you would just go from comedy to tragedy. That's why they always have those two faces together.
Right.
The smiling one and the frowning one.
Yeah.
So without the edge, and the edge is what makes things funny. If I was going to go into that part, which is where I do want to go, I just do a flop like that, and it wouldn't be so funny anymore. Like, you know, Dick Gregory said, I was a comic, and he was a great comic, and he said, but I got to the point where it just wasn't funny anymore, and he began to do great political and social things, and that's probably where all of us comics end up, one way or another. We do, it seems.
Last question. If in the next 5 years you could accomplish just one thing professionally, beyond the successful conclusion of the show that you're well known for, what would it be?
Well, professionally, if I was to accomplish anything, I'd like to have about 10 shows with alternate lifestyle viewpoints on the air, which is what I am working on. But professionally, for 10 years from now, if it didn't happen, I'm going to be okay. What I would really like to do in 10 years from now is, Tom and I have a foundation, and what I would like to look back on in 10 years from now is hopefully that we would have affected some change in legislation and the judicial system with the way that it treats child abuse and child sexual abuse, that I would have had something to say and do that would have helped people heal and speak out and stop it. That's what I'd really like to see happen in 10 years, above and beyond my work and everything else. I would really love that.
Now, if I came to Eldon, Iowa, and I was really hungry, hadn't eaten since breakfast, what would you serve me in that new restaurant of yours?
Well, I'd give you a loose meat sandwich with cheese, piece of pie, some coffee, and I'd let you taste one of our cinnamon rolls, because that's what I like the best there, is the cinnamon rolls. Homemade in the back, excellent.
So kind of a low cholesterol snack.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you know, people there can eat that way because they work so hard. If you're out there baling hay for 10 hours, you aren't going to get, and you can eat that way and
That's
not
true.
get cholesterol.
So take that, Dr. Art Uleen. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Roseanne Arnold, and we're out of here. See you later.
Sunday, it's the mother of all specials with Madonna, Paul McCartney, Danny DeVito, Alec Baldwin, Bill Murray, and Joe Pesci. Everybody and his mother is on this show. Phil's mom, Ellen's mom, Mike's mom. Well, you get the idea. Saturday Night Live.
The best choice on TV, HBO.
And what is the difference between this is an ape, am I correct?
This is an ape as opposed to a monkey, and great apes are gorillas, orangs, chimps, and very intelligent animals, very highly developed. Our closest relatives.
What about monkeys? What's the difference there?
Monkeys are not as high on the developmental scale. Many of them have tails, which she does not. A little bit different body shape.
Right.
She has very human-like hands.
It sounds like most of those become sidekicks, announcers, that kind of thing.
They're almost intelligent enough to do that.
Well, listen, I understand that Jessie can actually throw and catch a baseball. Is that
yeah,
right?
she's very good at it. So.
Well, I brought my glove, and I thought we'd give that a try.
All right. Joel, can you come over and give me a hand?
Just come here. I'll step off over here. Let me take my jacket off. All right. And is Joel going to... this is Joel. And Joel, are you an ape or a monkey? All right. So, what shall I do here now?
Okay, we're gonna send her to you. Go on.
Should I not throw it? Is she gonna take the ball?
That's it. That's the clip we want to use.
What's the koala bear peeing on Larry is much funnier.
Horse shit. We used that clip on the anniversary show last year.
It's a classic.
Classic my ass. People are tired of seeing talk show hosts being pissed on. Joe Franklin did that 30 years ago.
I'm not saying it's Shakespeare, but, you know, it's an anniversary show and you want to give the people what they want.
And what they want to see is Larry Sanders getting hit in the nuts by a monkey, right, Larry?
What's the difference?
Right. So we'll go with the monkey in the clip package, and we'll use the koala bear as a bumper. Good thinking, Larry.
I totally agree with you. We'll use the monkey as a bumper and the koala bear for the clip
Jerry,
package.
would you excuse us, please? Doesn't it seem to you like we are basically doing the same show night after night?
No.
Well, I am walking through the same fucking blue curtain every night doing exactly the same show.
Well, let's get rid of the fucking blue curtain. Jazz things up a little. Let's get a red curtain, maybe with a stripe.
That is not what I'm saying.
Okay. What about this? Let's mix up tonight's show. If Miss Dolly Parton will allow, we can bump her to third position and open with the Bird Whistlers.
And who's in the middle?
An old friend of yours, someone you haven't seen for some time.
Now, Larry, you might not recognize this little girl, but she was on your show back in 1987.
How could I forget, Joan? That was the last intimate relationship I had.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Jessie, be a good girl. I don't understand this. You know, she doesn't do this at home, and the only time she ever does it is with you.
Oh, I'll take it as a compliment.
Don't you have to go to work?
I am working. I'm working on this movie. It's going great.
Great.
In fact, I'm going to call in sick today. I can't go to that show one more fucking day. Ever since I started working on this movie, I'm telling you, I feel like I've been wasting my life doing that show.
I understand. I need my computer.
Yeah, no, I need it. I only have 100 pages left.
Where the hell is Larry? He's the one that called the staff meeting.
He's not in yet.
I know he's not in yet.
Hank wants to know where Larry is.
He's not in yet. Is he sick?
I don't know.
Where's Larry?
He's not in yet.
Is he sick? Some trouble with his car?
I don't know.
It's a damn Francine. She hates the show. I suppose she prefers the cinema and the ballet.
Well, she did answer the phone when I called.
I'm afraid our boy's getting pussy whipped.
Oh, Artie, ixnay on the ussy whipped pay.
Quite right, Hank. Inexcusable. Forgive me, ladies. Beverly, would you get Larry on the phone?
Absolutely.
And if he's not at his house, try Yoko's place.
Would you get the phone? And if that's work, tell him I'm sick.
He's doing it.
Thanks.
Hello?
Francine, my dear, may I speak to our boy?
Oh, hi. How are you?
Is Larry there?
Yeah, just a minute. He hates me.
Is it Artie? Hello, Artie? What's up? I'm not feeling too well.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking to see when you'll be with us.
Well, I've been kind of sick today, and I don't think I'd be any good at work today coming in at all. You still there?
I'm listening.
I'm fluish. Well, listen, I'll be in about half an hour. Okay.
Why don't you just tell him you're working on your movie?
Because I haven't told anyone about the movie. It's not their business.
Oprah Winfrey is interviewing Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson says that he can count on...
Hey, what's the word? I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Oprah Winfrey's interviewing Michael Jackson. He says he can count on 2 fingers the amount of times that he's had plastic surgery. I don't think those are his real fingers. See, Larry didn't go for that. He said it's dated.
Well, it is. It is dated.
What do you mean it's dated?
Well, I don't think anybody's going to remember who Oprah Winfrey is.
Michael Jackson's timeless, you know?
Let me ask you guys a question. Have you noticed that, Larry is acting just a little melancholy lately?
I have not.
Larry who?
Yeah, well, that's probably because you don't get the quality time with Larry that I do.
Yeah. You mean those moments during the commercial when he leans over and asks if there's anything hanging out of his nose?
Hey, Phil. Phil. Remember, you can't spell smartass without ASS. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have to hold the party line with me. All right. The cone of silence is coming down. I think Larry might be losing interest in the show.
Who is it?
No. See, now I think is the time for you guys to write him some of the funniest stuff that he has ever seen. I mean, Buffo, laugh out loud, off the wall shit that you guys, you do so well.
What are you going to be doing?
Okay. Well, you watch me out there tonight, because you're going to see a re-energized Hank Kingsley, on with a capital O and a capital N.
All right, I'm getting excited.
And it's really great for this stuff here, you know, you put it like this,
Yeah.
and it really works. Try that. It's really hard.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is.
Let me see.
It is. It really works.
Boy, it is hard.
Yeah.
All right, now.
I leave it on the floor next to my bed.
Yeah. Oh, that lucky thing. Now listen. Do you, Hank, what is that?
Oh, this is an electrical tie. It's just, just a goof.
Well, I'd be sure to take it off before I got in the bathtub. Where are you?
Suzanne Summers' segment was pure magic.
Oh, yeah. Her boobs were falling out of her blouse, and all I did was make lewd innuendos about having sex with her. I'm very, very proud.
You should be, my boy. Leno couldn't do that flirting thing. It would make people sick.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know I don't make America sick.
Suzanne, my darling, what a delight.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, Hank.
Okay. I got to talk to you. And, not as a coworker, but as a friend. Well, I mean, as a friend and a coworker.
Well, not now.
Your foot is in.
Yeah. I got to get it right back out.
Larry, there is nothing more important to me than the human relationship. I know because recently I was dating a solid gold dancer, and she was everything to me.
I didn't know Solid Gold was still on, actually.
No, it isn't. She was a solid gold dancer in 1979. No, I'm sorry, it was 80.
Well, still the peak years.
Right. Anyway, Larry, this show is like a family of sorts. But now, there's a new member of the family, isn't there?
You trying to tell me you're pregnant, Hank?
I mean, Francine, your new lady. But you can't forget your old lady. The show, I mean, there's got to be room in your life for both of these lovely ladies.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Don't you ever get bored?
Bored? In what way?
With the show.
Yes, sometimes when Kenny G is on, I get a little sleepy,
That is something else.
You mean bored in show business? Oh, no, no. Everything about it is, it's interesting.
Something's got to give.
I understand.
Something's got to give.
I understand that. And you know why I understand that? Because first, I'm your friend. Then I'm a coworker.
Was that a curtsy? Did you just curtsy to me?
No.
Okay, because don't ever curtsy to me.
Okay. Larry?
Thumbs, Hank.
There's no reason for Arthur to hate me.
Doesn't hate you. Oh, This is good. I just typed in he doesn't hate you.
Yes, he does.
He does not. Nice run?
Yeah.
Yeah? You smell good.
Oh, thanks.
Sweat becomes you.
Thank you. How's the movie going?
Don't look, it's rough.
I like it rough.
Well, nevertheless.
Is Lyle the protagonist?
Lyle is a cop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should wait till it comes out on video.
Or Laserdisc. I'm telling you, surround sound will bring this thing to life.
I never did anything to Arthur, did I?
There's oxygen in the kitchen.
Morning, Larry.
Morning. Hey.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah?
Everything's cool with the writing on the show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, monologues are okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Good as ever.
Good. All right.
Beverly, could you hold my calls for the next couple of hours and get me a typewriter?
There's a computer if you want it.
Ah, gee, you know, I like the sound of the banging and then the bell. Or do you guys prefer the bell and then the banging?
He's typing? What does that mean? That means that he's going to be doing all of his own stuff and we're not going to get anything on. Mark, I told you not to do that Michael Jackson joke. Fucking king of pop.
We're wasting our creative lives.
Oh, Francine.
Darlene's in?
Yeah. Great.
Oh, Francine, what a delight.
Hello, Hank.
Oh, what lovely shoes, Francine. Are those new?
Oh, no, but thank you. Is Larry busy?
Francine, may I speak to you for a moment, please?
Well, sure.
Could we adjourn to the conference room, my dear?
Okay. Thank you.
Hank, would you like to join us?
Well, I'd love to.
We'll be right in. Hank, would you do me a favor and say, listen.
How have you two been?
Hi. What a gorgeous day.
Yes, it is.
I am very concerned about Larry's lack of interest in the show.
Oh, no, Hank. All we wanted to ask Francine was if you thought there might be something special we could get Larry for his birthday.
Well, his birthday isn't for another 3 months.
We know.
I'm very concerned about Larry's lack of interest in the show.
Not now, Hank. You must excuse Hank. Hank sometimes forgets his boundaries.
What is it that's bothering you, Hank?
Hank? If there's something on your mind, now would be the time to speak.
I'm very concerned about Larry's lack of interest.
If I may, Hank, what Hank is concerned about is that Larry seems to be experiencing something of a 7-year itch on the show.
I know.
You know, we're family here, Francine, and we're so pleased that you've returned to the family. But in every family, there must be a balance.
Larry's lack of interest on the show has nothing to do with me. I think he's just tired of getting hit in the nuts by a bunch of monkeys.
Right. That's, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, don't you demean what we do out there, because that monkey gave a lot of people pleasure with that inappropriate act.
Look, I don't make Larry's career choices for him.
Of course not,
He does what he wants, and if he wants to do movies, then he'll do movies.
Movies, is it?
Oh, movies.
Hey. What's going on in here? You guys hitting on my ex-wife?
No. We're just, we're catching up on things.
My friend, you've got to stop hiding this lovely little light under a bushel. Your Francine is a true delight.
Yeah.
They blame me for your loss of interest on the show. Right? Isn't that what you guys were saying?
Is that true? Hey, the reason I'm bored on the show has nothing to do with Francine. And I don't like you guys dragging her into our problems here at work.
Larry, we know about the movie.
You know about the movie.
First of all, let me say, we love this treatment.
Absolutely.
Oh, good, thanks.
Loved it.
Thank you.
Terrific. Yeah.
Thank you.
It could use a little bit more character development.
Well, yeah, this is, you know, rough.
And a different ending. Like the one in Ghost, where he walks into the light and he says, "You can take love with you."
Or the ending in Green Card.
Better.
Yeah.
Huh. Uh-huh.
Tell me, who do you see playing Lyle?
Actually, I'm Lyle.
How do you feel about Harrison Ford as Lyle?
Well, think, you know, I'm really Lyle.
Or Gerard Depardieu.
He was in Green Card, right?
Yeah.
You boy, you really like Green Card, don't you?
How about Mike Myers?
Mike Myers? As Lyle?
You know, we do have a project that is absolutely perfect for you.
True story. Gabriel Edmonds, steel worker, hit by a freight train, developed psychic powers.
Boy, I remember him. What happened to him?
He went insane. He was killed in a gun battle with the police.
Boy, that's a little heavy for me.
No. Actually, it's funny. It's funny. Edmonds gets famous. Cover of Time, cover of Newsweek. Goes on. The Larry Sanders Show.
Oh, so I'd be playing myself?
Well, you wouldn't be playing Hank.
Do you think we can get Hank?
Is there a restroom? The anniversary show wouldn't be complete without this clip. I'll step off over here. Let me take my jacket off. All right. And is Joel going to... this is Joel. And Joel, are you an ape or a monkey? Should I not throw it? Is she going to take the ball? He's a female, all right.
I was right. That's the clip the fans love.
Yeah, well, I can't stop laughing.
Mr. Sanders, please. Don't take this show for granted. You insult me and everyone who works on this show.
I'm not talking about them.
For 4 decades, I've heard people talk about how shitty TV is and how great movies are. Fuck them. You do what you're best at. That's what makes you a success.
What's up your ass?
I know you had this big movie meeting today. Word gets around. I'm sure you can make a deal anywhere you like in town.
As a matter of fact, the meeting went great.
Fine. Well, just go ahead and see how you like spending 14-hour days in a trailer playing gin rummy with your hairdresser. Go ahead.
I will.
Good.
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 Good then.
Good.
What's the next clip?
You and Hank eating pie. Hear that live audience laugh. You won't get that making movies.
How many pies have you eaten? 3. So counting the 2 you had today, that's 5. I just want to say we have very little time left. Thanks for sticking with us for 6 years. And folks, we love you. Good night. Let's hope it's another 6. See you tomorrow. That went well. That was a good show. I rarely come and talk to the audience after a show, but this was special, and you guys are special that you come to see the show live. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me? Yes, sir.
I was just wondering, you being, so funny and all, how come you don't, do movies?
People want to know, what is the difference between Larry Sanders...
What you see is what you get.
...and Gary Shandling?
You know, ask me anything you like.
So you've never had any trouble with your fans?
Gee, my fans are just the greatest. I love them. They're like family to me. I had a fan once. One of them died last year. And he was a nice guy. I didn't have a problem with him. And then I think he started watching Seinfeld and I never saw him again. I'm just getting over it.
Watch the all-new season of The Larry Sanders Show.
Was Larry a pain in the ass?
One half of the best hour of comedy on TV. Premieres Wednesday, July 19th on HBO.